With the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who rapidly approaching, I'm sitting down with Ben, Matt, and Tom to discuss their reactions to Season 7 and their expectations for the future of the show. So Ben, what did you think of the last season of Doctor Who?
Well, I enjoyed it because mostly Clara was very interesting to me. While Matt Smith wasn't exactly my favorite Doctor, I feel like his interactions with her were what really made it okay for me, but just okay.
Personally, I really enjoyed Season 7. I was really distraught when they killed off Amy and Rory, but I think Clara did a really good job at filling the hole that they left.
I think the best part about Season 7 was probably Clara's story. Like, it was interesting. But for me, it was just a mediocre season. However, it was better than 6. I think 6 was just a really poor season, and I was glad to see Amy and Rory go. Even though it was sad, I guess, it was time. It was definitely time.
Personally, the only thing I really wish they could have done more in Season 7 was Christmas special. We're introduced to the Great Intelligence. We're not introduced to them again until the very last episode. They're just like, oh, hello, okay.
Yeah, I didn't understand. The last episode was really intriguing because it was the big setup for the 50th anniversary, which is really the only reason I'm sticking around to watch the show. If they didn't have this big kind of like game-changing kind of spectacle coming up, I would have probably stopped watching. But yeah, his appearance in the final episode made no sense.
Yeah.
I still don't even know what he is, what they were, and that's my big problem with Doctor Who. It's just so wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, but in a really bad way.
So you brought up a good point about the 50th anniversary. What are your expectations going into the 50th anniversary?
Oh my gosh, David Tennant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited for the return of David Tennant and Rose.
True. Though, to be fair, as good of a companion as Rose was, she is no Captain Jack.
Indeed. Captain Jack Harkness is the best companion.
Yes.
I think the big thing, for me, I'm excited for Tennant to come back, but obviously this kind of, what I have dubbed the Nightmare Doctor, we never saw the 8th Doctor, which was in the TV movie, regenerate into Eccleston. And I think it's been confirmed that John Hurt's Doctor, that appears at the end of the final episode, is is technically really the 9th, which would push everyone up. Eccleston would now be 10, Tennant would now be 11, which makes it very interesting. But I think that whole aspect of what happened during the Time War, who is this Nightmare Doctor, is the most exciting thing about the 50th anniversary.
I agree, and I think it's pretty much confirmed that he's between 8 and 9 because there was a leaked on-set photo of John Hurt, and even when he appeared in the season finale, he's wearing 8's inner shirt and he's wearing 9's jacket.
Right.
So it's like, huh.
Right, but are they gonna, I'm just wondering how because one of the big things that they've always talked about, or one of the things that they mention is the fall of the 11th.
Right.
But now that Hurt's in it, does that reference Tennant? Or does that reference Matt Smith?
Or
Because they keep marketing the next Doctor, who's played by Peter Capaldi, as the 12th.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're going to count it as a number. It's all very confusing.
so I'm not very up
Wibbly
on...
wobbly, timey-wimey.
Right. So I'm not very up on classic Who, but isn't there something in the mythology that says that there was an incarnation of the Doctor that went by a different name? So what if that is who John Hurt is?
Oh, that was I forget what because I looked it up after, and there is like a Doctor who like
Is it the Vanguard or something?
it's something like that, and it's basically like if the Doctor, like the Dark Doctor essentially, and it's never, from what I've read up on it, it's never really been clear as to exactly what it is. But it sounds like this is what that is. I mean, it's very intriguing, and I am really interested, which is cool because it's been a while since I've cared about Doctor Who and been interested in the show.
So another interesting aspect of the future of the show is Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. What do you guys think about him as the choice to play him?
Capaldi is a phenomenal actor. I'm so glad that they've decided to go older with the Doctor.
Yes.
Because, I think that it brings sort of like a...
More like experience.
Yes, exactly.
I was waiting
the
for a
experience.
teenage Doctor. I thought they were going to do it. I thought they were going to bring in a teenager.
Really?
Doctor, yeah.
I mean, John Hurt is like, what, 75? So he's technically the oldest portrayal of the actor we have.
No way.
Oldest portrayal of the
seriously?
Doctor,
Wow.
sorry.
He's old. Yeah, I think going with an older Doctor is a really smart idea. I from the beginning wasn't a big fan of Matt Smith, and I think that was mainly because Stephen Moffat took over, and he's just not he's a strong episode like writer, but I think as a showrunner and arcing storyteller, he's pretty weak because he has these kind of grand ideas, and he really needed Russell T Davies back in the day to kind of rope it in and tie it and make it all neat. And he's just like going to throw out all these new aliens, and it's going to be really interesting, and there's going to be these things that do this, and we're not going to know what they are for forever. And then like it just got all really confusing, and I think it's going to come back to being a little bit cleaner of a show, a little bit smarter of a show. It's just interesting because Peter Capaldi has already played. He was in an episode of Doctor Who already as another character. He was in an episode of Torchwood, which technically is in the same universe. So, you know, if I wonder if they're going to do like a little reference to that.
Actually, I heard, I read that Moffat had spoken to Russell T about that, and they should be referencing his appearance in the past.
Okay.
But now I'm wondering whether it'll be a reference to his Doctor Who appearance or his Torchwood appearance.
It'll probably be his Doctor Who appearance because I mean, everyone who will see Peter Capaldi as the Doctor has probably seen that episode of Doctor Who. Not everyone that's seen Doctor Who watches Torchwood, especially Children of the Earth, which was like a mini-series.
Right.
Rather than a TV show.
Though they took Amy from the Pompeii episode, which is the episode that Peter was in, and they really didn't reference anything with her.
True,
So-
but he's the Doctor though versus the
Yeah,
companion,
that's a good
and
point.
his character in that episode was way bigger than Amy's. Don't even remember her saying anything.
Right.
So,
I don't even think she had a line.
So it'll be. I mean, I think the bottom line is with the 50th for me with the 50th anniversary, with Matt Smith exiting and Peter Capaldi coming in as the Doctor. I'm interested, and they've done a really good job because I think a lot of people were in my position of ready to give up on the show, and or at least were waning interest, and now they're refueling it. Which, well done.
I think I agree with you. I think the 50th is going to be a big re-spark for Whovian fans everywhere, really, in terms of regaining their interest again, going forward with Capaldi.
It sounds like there's a lot to look forward to, and that this next version of Doctor Who is going to be really interesting. And that wraps up our discussion of the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who and our expectations for the upcoming episodes. For more from the Pretentious Film Majors, subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our website, pretentiousfilmmajors.com, and also go to our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram.